Welcome everyone, it's Matt today, and today we're going to talk about what to do this week in Pokemon Go, the weekly guide on what to do November 25th through the December 1st, and it's going to be a very busy week, not just for Turkey Day for us Americans for Thanksgiving, but overall there is actually an awful lot to do this week. So let's get started. So the first thing is Spotlight Hour for Joltik, November 26th, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. local time, depending on where you're from, with 2 times XP for catching. Overall, really, it's going to be more for just EXP purposes for this week for Spotlight Hour, as Joltik stats are pretty low at 1156. It's not even really good for PvP or PvE in general. With the Spotlight Hour, I wouldn't be all that surprised if we need to show this off either from Monday through Wednesday this week or sometime next week. But otherwise, honestly, that's all we will really see. If you're still trying to get your bug or your electric catching token, then this is going to be the Spotlight Hour for you. The max CP is only 1156. Its attack, defense, and stamina are pretty low overall. If you are going to ever fight this in a battle, it does take increased damage from fire and rock, and reduced damage from electric, fighting, grass, and steel. But overall, it is a pretty low end unit, but pretty good for catching and something for, to do on Tuesday. Wednesday, though, is going to be a very interesting raid hour where there will be 4 different targets of opportunity. We will have the 2 dogs, Zacian and Zamazenta. These are definitely something for meta, or at least more meta reliable overall. Regidrago and Regieleki, though, are definitely getting a little old, but we will have the shinies available. And I wouldn't be all that surprised if we actually see more raids on Wednesday with people fighting for Regidrago and Regieleki to get their shinies than Zacian and Zamzeta overall, who also have their shinies as well. Zacian here is a Fairy Steel type. Zacian max CP is 2188 and weather boost is 2735. Takes increased damage from fire and ground, and the stats overall are pretty decent with a 4329 CP, 254 attack, 236 defense, and 192 stamina. The other dog, Zamzeta, is a fighting steel, and takes increased damage from fighting, fire, and ground. Has a 2188 CP and a 2735 CP, with stats basically identical overall. The differences are the weaknesses and strengths, and basically it's they both have some use, but they're not top of the meta. But overall, they are still pretty useful. And if you're kind of new and looking for something and wasn't able to do the primal raids, these always have some decent use overall. Next is our dragon, Regidrago. Has IVs to catch maximum 1699 and 2124, weather boosted. Does take increased damage from Dragon, Fairy, and Ice. And the stats are pretty meddling for being legendary with 3361 with 202 attack, 101 defense, but it does have a really good stamina. Unfortunately, these cannot go into gyms, so that is not as useful as we would hope. Then the other one is Regieleki with a 1602 CP for max CP for regular and 2002 for weather boosted. Does take increased ground damage and only ground damage, and the stats are fairly similar, except for the stamina is a little bit lower and hence the slightly lower CP. And this is an electric unit, obviously. So, for the best counters is going to be for the raid week is going to be Primal Groudon and Mega Garchomp. They are all useful for all 4 types. If you are interested in using them overall, Groudon and Garchomp are going to be in the main team overall if I have a small raiding group. And best Mega for Candy. If you are going for the Regis, you're going to want Ampharos, as it is a Dragon Electric type. And that will cover both of the Regis. And if you are fighting the dogs Zamzetta and Zacian, then you want any type of steel to get the candies that they are both steel type units. Unfortunately, there's no real way to get 3 overall. So you have to kind of split and see which ones are most important for you. We also have 3 Mega Raids this week through Tuesday, the 27th. We have Beedrill and Ampharos. If you do not have Ampharos and you want to try to at least potentially have it for the raid week, you still have some time. But honestly, you want it at the very least a 2nd level if you can. And Altaria, which I actually still need, is coming out November 27th through December 3rd. So I will be farming a few of those as well. And honestly, for Mega Altaria, because it requires so much candy to create Altarias, if you want to build some Altarias, for me, it's actually a little cheaper to actually farm them in the Mega Raids this week than to try to get the candies myself for them. So, all in all, I think it's actually a pretty good raid week for Altaria, depending on if you're trying to get a couple of them or not. And finally, we have the Max Out finale from the November 27th. That's at 10 a.m. till December 1st, 10 a.m. And we have overall event bonuses. So there will be an additional 5,000 EXP for raids, which is going to be nice because these will also include raid on Wednesday. So if you do a additional use a lucky egg as well, you'll get additional 5,000 plus another 5,000. So the raids will be fairly decent at 30,000 EXP apiece. Half hatch distance for eggs placed in incubators during the event, and the remote pass limit will be increased to 10 during the event as well. So all in all, it's going to be another very heavy remote raid potential for the weekend. Overall, though, I don't see it being used obviously as much as compared to last week, but still being able to increase 10 will be nice for trainers who may be sick or away for the holidays and wanting to do raids. So all in all, I definitely honestly like all 3 of these event bonuses. For 7-kilometer eggs, you have a chance to hatch a galarian corsola, which is going to be brand new. It also does have its shiny, which is also very exciting. And overall, you will have a chance to hatch in those 7-kilometer eggs Galarian, and these will all be Galarian: Meowth, Ponyta, Slowpoke, Farfetch'd, Set Corsola, Zigzagoon, Darumaka, Yamask, and Stunfisk, and they could all be shiny as well. Hopefully you guys will have better luck than I did for Toxel. I did get 2, but it did take me around 35 eggs, and I still have 3 more eggs that I'm hatching. So I think I did about 38, might have been 36 to 40. So the odds for me were so far under 10%. And for the Pokemon debuts, obviously it's that Galarian Corsola, which you could see in the bottom left. And you can also use 50 Corsola candy to evolve a Galarian Corsola into Corsola as well. For the paid time research, it will be a $5 or the equivalent pricing depending on where you're from. You'll be able to access the event exclusive timed research. You will get encounters with event themed Pokemon and an event themed avatar pose, which you see here on the bottom right. So basically, it's not going to be a very large overall one, and we've seen multiple of these before in the last couple of months. So just expect to either like hatch a small amount, catch, etc., etc., in order to get all of these Galarians over here on the left. There's also a $10 exclusive ticket for during this time where you'll get 5 additional raid passes from spinning photo discs each day of the event. This one, kind of depending on where you are and timing, I'm a little disappointed on this one, as just because Thanksgiving, for some viewers at the very least, is going to be very family oriented, so you may only be able to do this 1 or 2 of the days total. You'll get 5,000 additional XP rewarded for successful raids, 3 additional candy for catching Pokemon in 5-star battles, and an additional XL. Those are actually pretty good rewards. My only concern is, honestly, for me, most likely the only days I'll be able to use this is the Wednesday time frame and maybe Saturday. So I'm a little disappointed for this one for $10. I was hoping it'd be a little cheaper. But if you're able to use it for every single day, or you are going to use more of your raid passes, remote raid passes, then this will definitely be interested. But if you're not looking for Regilucky, Regidraco, or the other 2, which are Samsasa and Zacian, or you're not interested in the Shadow 5-star on Saturday, then this is definitely something you can skip. Lastly, we have a collection challenges again, and they will be catch and hatch focused collection challenges. So, and you'll be able to get some XP, silver pineapple berries, and rare candy, which is always nice. And these are going to be free for everybody. And the last one, there is a Pokemon Go web store, Seasonal Delight, where for 6,000 Pokemons or Pokecoins, you'll be able to get 40 Super Incubators, 40 Incubators, 3 Remote Raid Passes, 5 Paddle Passes, and 1 Max Particle Pack. You could only do 3 purchases per customer, and that would total out to be just under 18,300. And that's even at the highest, you're looking at $120 approximately to do all 3 purchases, or $60, sorry, at $40 a piece. Overall, that is a pretty good value if you are heavy into hatching, but otherwise it is totally avoidable. And finally, we are going to have the end of Max Out the following week, but just to give everybody some details here. So at the December 3rd, which is going to be Tuesday, the 7-day Pokestop spin streaks are going to end. Luckily, I will be able to get one more on that Monday. Increased XP and Stardust for 7-day Pokemon catch streak will end. Once again, I'll be able to get one more on that end of Monday. At the very end of the event, you'll lose increased EXP for friendship levels. So if you are within 5 to 6 days of getting any of the increases in friendship levels, I would highly suggest that you do your best to get there. These XP is insane. The 50% increase really does help you, especially when you're in the high levels, to get that. So just remember, if it is going to be Tuesday, do it before 10 a.m. Your time to get the bonus. If you use a lucky egg, getting best friends is 300,000 XP up from 200,000, so that's a pretty large boost. And trainers level 31 and above will gain a guaranteed candy XL when trading Pokemon, and all trainers will get additional candy when trading Pokemon. So just for everybody to know that we are about to get to the end out of Max Out. And so I want people to ensure that they get these rewards as well. This was another long video, but it's another action-packed week. I hope you guys enjoy. As always, please like and subscribe. And on top of it, I promise I'll do better in the next video. Have a great day, and more importantly, have a great week. Bye, everyone.